So an update on this CT Sounds Enclosure, Prefab Enclosure. I don't like it. I do not like it. It's loud, it makes noise, but it's not the right noise. I can't get jiggy with it. I have to take this box out and send it back. It just does not do it for me. It gets loud. I'm sure you guys heard that from the last video, but it doesn't sound right. So half of these cars that you hear that, you know, they're pounding and it's beating from a distance, and most of these cars, when you get into them, they don't sound good. They don't sound right. So that's how I know we're doing something special over here on this channel with this Jeep, with the different enclosures, with the different subwoofers, with the type of amps, with the type of power we're running, the dynamatting, everything that we're doing, it's making a difference. It makes a big difference. I get in people's vehicles and it just doesn't sound like this Jeep. I'm not trying to be biased or anything, but if somebody's shit is banging and it sounds good, I'm gonna let them know, like, this shit hitting and it's hitting right. You know what I'm saying? So at this point of doing this since I was 17, I had my first system, which was some Sony Explodes, and that blew my mind. I was hooked from that point on. At this point, I know what it's supposed to sound like. I know when you reach the bliss point and when you went past the bliss point to where the music is distasteful. It's too much. It's too loud. It's unpleasant. There is a point where you can reach past the bliss point where it's just not pleasant, and then you have to change something. You have to either down the wattage or change a box out or put some dynamite somewhere. It's a lot of things to create the sound, the perfect balance, the harmony of the mids, the highs, and the lows. So yeah, unfortunately, this box is going to be going back. I'm going to be taking these American bases out tonight, which I love, but they just don't sound right in this enclosure. And I hope that I'm not doing them damage either. But another thing, ding, 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 I talked to the legendary MB Enclosure yesterday. That's right. I've already sent the payment. He's gonna be making a box for me. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna be playing with different subwoofers and different enclosures. Now, I told you that Scar Audio Enclosure is the best sounding enclosure I've heard yet. And I've went through 3 different enclosures or 2 different enclosures other than the Scar Audio. So at this point, I can tell you from experience that the Scar Audio box is the best sounding box I've heard in a long, long time. And I started out back in the day, don't know if you guys remember or not, the Super Pro bass boxes. I would like to think that the Cubone box is just another repackaged Super Pro bass box. Now, I don't see those anywhere anymore. Not sure if that company went out of business, but I still have one of those boxes, but my brother has it. He bought it from me. So I'm not even sure what that box was tuned to, but it did sound good. I wasn't in the specifications and details like I am now, but if I was to go and measure that box and find out the tuning frequency, I'm sure it would probably be higher than one would think. So at this point, I have to be very, very detailed on what I need for the Jeep, as far as the cabin space and as far as the type of woofers and the wattage. You have to be very detailed and very specific at this point because I'm not dealing with a sedan. But yeah, the Scar Audio box is one of the best sounding boxes. And I have to tell you, I have another one on the way because I'm not taking the Rockfords out that box anymore. It's a perfect match. It's a perfect fit. And what I'm going to be doing is selling one of my BD 1500s along with the T1s and the Scar Audio box as a package together for $1,200. Not because I need to sell them, it's so I can just get some stuff out of this garage. And I also have some more speakers on the way that I'm going to be testing out. And I'll save that for you when I start the unboxing. Okay.